Hello, basement dwellers. I am the basement dweeb. You can call me Nova, and I finally watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure: Phantom Blood. Oh boy. Real quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment down below, share it on Twitter, and tag me at the basement weeb. And without further ado, let's get right into it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is an anime that has very mixed opinions in the community. There's not really a middle ground, or the middle ground people are not very vocal. There are two very vocal groups when it comes to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There are the people who stand it to oblivion, who, love it to bits and pieces and say, and tell everyone and their mother, you have to watch JoJo's. And then there are the people who hate it and will never ever watch it and just hate on it for no reason. And, while I can see it not being everyone's cup of tea, it is very weird. Very, very, very weird. I avoided it for, a year and a half, at least. I avoided it for quite a while because it was really weird. And then I remember specifically, I was listening to the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast. I love that podcast very, very much. Nextaku and Briggs and Animac are very fun to listen to. I was listening to them, and they talk about JoJo's a lot on their show, and they were talking about, I haven't seen this, again, this wasn't in part one, but I remember them talking about, pissing in, someone's breathing tube or something, and I'm like, that is literally the weirdest thing I've ever heard, and low-key, I kind of want to watch the show just for that. I'm not even kidding. I'm that's kind of what made me want to watch JoJo's. Was listening to them talk about it. And, it's mostly the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast, but, I've seen other people talk about it. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna be real. It was mostly, the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast and, Nux, because, I love Nux Taco. I've been following his channel for years, and I love Nux. And he talks about JoJo's every second he gets, because he's a JoJo stan. And I'm I respect it, But, yeah, I finally sat down, and I'd started part one quite a while ago. But I just today, literally, an hour ago, sat down and finally finished part one. And I'm gonna say something right now, get it right out of the way. They did my boy Jonathan dirty. That is so sad. Obviously, spoilers for part one. Yeah, if you're not gonna watch part one, whatever. But if you are gonna watch part one and you haven't already, spoilers for part one. JoJo's death was the saddest thing ever, because I'm no! He only deserved good things! Jonathan was such a good boy! One other thing. Actually, no. We're gonna stick with Jonathan for right now. Oh my gosh, my feelings are all over the place. This man, why? Araki, why? I think his name is Araki. Why? Why would you do this to me? Why was I betrayed in this manner? I thought they were gonna be happy. They were on their honeymoon, and everything was great. And then I saw the zombie, and I'm and them bringing the coffin on board, I'm fuck, no, let them be happy, damn it. And, yeah, no, you know, anyone who's seen JoJo's knows everything goes to shit. I honestly thought, maybe they'll have a fight, things will get kind of rough, Jonathan will get banged up, whatever. I did not think that they would kill off Jonathan! I am still angry. I'm angry and depressed and all over the place, and I'm very not happy about it, because this man deserved only good things. Jonathan I've seen other Joestars, floating around. I haven't seen all of them, obviously, but I've seen enough, and I'm Jonathan is the best boy. I don't know if he's my favorite Joestar, but he's definitely the best boy out of the Joestars. Now, best boy in the entire series so far goes to Speedwagon. Speedwagon is an absolute unit of a man. You can't look at Speedwagon and how he is good friends with Jonathan and be that is not a unit of a man. That is not the best man, boy, whatever you want to say in the entire part one at the very least. I haven't seen the rest of the series, so I don't know if he's best boy in the entire series, but I'm leaning towards it, if his behavior is any indication, I'm just this man is amazing. I love Speedwagon. Speedwagon is my boy. Speedwagon and Jonathan are my boys. They're my wholesome boys. But regardless, that was really what I wanted to say. I'm like, I love these boys. They did my boy Jonathan dirty. I hated that. But I love it so far. It's very fun, very bombastic. Because, like, here's the thing, right? When I was watching episode 1, a long time ago, I think it was episode 1. I think it was episode 1. Might have been episode 2. But, you know, like, right at the beginning, when Dio is first introduced, when they do the, and, like, hit, like, the action lines appear on him, I'm like, fuck, this show is cool! No, I don't want to like the weird, niche, but not niche, popular thing that is JoJo's. I don't want to like it! And then I saw that, and I'm like, oh no, this thing's actually good. Shit. But I really, really, really liked part 1. I'm very much looking forward to part 2, because I've seen clips of Joseph floating around the internet, and I'm like, this man looks like a crackhead. Also, I have a poster, even though I haven't seen the show, I have a poster of him on my wall that I got, because I'm like, I'm getting close to part 2, and I really like that poster, so I got my boy Joseph and my boy Caesar on there. I don't know anything about Caesar except the Caesar, and I don't even know what that is, so I don't know. We'll find out, I suppose. But yeah, so yeah, I'm very much looking forward to starting part 2. Plus, Bloody Stream is my favorite OP. Yeah. So, cause I'm weird. Like there's so many shows I've never seen, but I listen to the OPs on the regular. Like Sonochi no Sadame is a fucking bop. Bloody Stream is my favorite because like Bloody Stream is Bloody Stream is the best JoJo's opening. Stand Proud is also very good. I think the only one I haven't listened to is like Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town. I think that's what OP4 is, the fourth OP is called. Golden Wind is really solid, but I don't listen to it as much. Part of that's because they changed the logo on Spotify, and it looks so boring now. Like, legitimately, I remembered seeing the logo before, and I'm like, this has passion and pomp and circumstance, and I went back and looked at it, and I'm like, oh, that's lame. I hate that. Change it back, please. But anyway, yeah, definitely will be making a video on part 2 when I finish it. But, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. I just wanted to rant about JoJo's, and I liked it. Animation, I don't remember when part 1 came out, as far as, like, when the anime released. Animation was really solid. Music, I love Jonathan's theme. Jonathan's theme is so good. Voice acting, I did watch the dub. Oh, is it Patrick Seitz that plays Dio? I don't know. Whoever plays Dio, kudos to that guy, because he really made me hate Dio. Oh yeah, I forgot. Dio is a bitch, and he can go die in hell for all I care. He's a fictional character, I'm allowed to say that. I hate Dio. I do not like him. He ruined my boy Jonathan's life and happiness, and I want only bad things for Dio. I do not like, I like Dio as a villain. Like, he's a very hateable villain, because, like, sometimes you just want a villain that's, like, not redeemable at all, because he's just a terrible person for no good reason. It doesn't matter how he grew up. His actions are his own decision. So, yeah, no. Fuck Dio, basically. Anyway, that's gonna be the end of the video. Like, comment, what a way to end it. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be linking my Patreon and my Twitter down below if you want to support me. I write short stories, mostly original work. I may have a My Hero fanfiction coming down the pipeline. Family friendly, I promise. I'm not that kind of person. But, yeah. Maybe it might release a week early on my Patreon. I don't know yet. Still kind of feeling things out as far as that goes. But, yeah. I still don't have a proper outro. See you in the next one. Bye!